Alright, so this is part 2 of what if Deku was a Omega werewolf. Omega werewolf, part 2. Now, I just got inspired to do a part 2 right now because I just got done watching Underworld Rise of the Lycan, and that was a fire movie. The ending was kind of sad, but it was a fire movie. No cap. It was like 6 out of 5 stars. It was really good. So basically, this is mainly, taking place after the part 1. Now, I last left off on part 1 when Deku woke up for the next day of UA. Deku goes to UA, normally just, walks to UA. Mainly, sprints there using werewolf speed. Deku gets to UA, and also, guys, I do forget to mention that sometimes Omegas can actually, Omegas can actually, transform during daytime or any normal night. I mean, that can transform at will, but for Omega, can't transform during the day. But Deku can't do that because some sort of, I don't know, whatever. So Deku can transform at will at like any nighttime, but like during the daytime, Deku can't transform. So Deku goes to, class 1A and walks into class 1A. Basically, Deku's just sitting there normally, and out of nowhere, all my busts in the class and explains to the class they're doing quirk assessments. They get handed their hero costumes, and Deku's hero costume is way different from canon. Now, Deku's hero costume is mainly focused on how, easy it can transform, because Deku does want to become a night and day hero, mainly a night hero because he'll be stronger during the night. Deku's hero costume. He wants it to blend in with his wolf form if he transforms in the night while he has his hero costume on. But also, he wants the suit to, mainly focus on Deku's, attributes, as let Deku move as fast or as athletically as he can. Now, Deku basically gets ready and puts on his hero costume. Deku's hero costume is kind of like Deku's hero costume is something as similar as the werewolf from Fortnite's hero costume, but with the ripped jeans basically not being ripped as Deku's in his hero costume. Basically, this is what Deku's hero costume would look like when he transforms, but when he looks like now, it's basically something as similar as this. So basically, this would be Deku's hero costume without him transforming. Now, this hero costume, the jeans would actually be a dark black, and the boot and the shoes will be the iconic red shoes Deku wears, and also the headband would be black instead of red. Now, it's gonna be like Deku's family cross or family logo or crest on the back of the jacket, and also Deku's hero costume is pretty flexible. So Deku gets ready and they get started. So Deku gets ready and posts it up, and everybody gets ready to do their, quirk training or combat training. They get ready, and everybody's teamed all the same. Deku's teamed up with Ochaku, and Deku's teamed against Bakugo and Ida. They start the match, and basically Deku off rip sprints away from Ochaku without saying anything. So I'm pretty sure I said Deku went to a private, like a rich school, and knew Ida, or was friends with Ida. Now, basically, Deku's going to be, pretty, trying to get this fight over pretty quickly. Basically, Deku, gets ready and sprints down the hallways, getting stopped by Bakugo. Bakugo saying, "I'm gonna take you down," and basically saying you're not gonna, win. Basically, him charging up explosions. Deku says, "Get out of my way, kid, before I have to beat you up." Basically, Bakugo says, "We're the same age, dummy," pretty much throwing an explosion at Deku. Deku dodges it, and Bakugo gets super angry and throws another explosion. Deku dodges it again and again. And then eventually, Deku gets hit with about 2 blasts in the face, getting pushed back into a wall. Deku is about to get taken down by one big blast from Bakugo, but Deku moves out the way, making a huge lunge punch right into Bakugo's stomach, sending Bakugo flying about 6 feet. Deku, looks around and basically sees that Bakugo has made scorch marks around the hallway they were fighting at, and Deku sees this as an opportunity to use Bakugo's powers against them in, a basically natural environment type thing. Bakugo gets back up, throwing more explosions at Deku, but Deku moving at certain parts of the area, making Bakugo pull all of the pillars that are in the hallway, making the hallway collapse, and Deku walking out of the hallway or running out of the hallway, leaving Deku, leaving Bakugo being able to be buried under the rubble. Not dying, but buried under the rubble. Deku runs up the stairs, basically seeing that Bakugo's, pretty much disabled, and Deku runs up the stairs, seeing Ochaku pretty much trying to get the bomb, but Ida's running around taking the bomb left and right. Deku pretty much sprints towards Ida at full speed, jumping on top of Ida's stomach, on top of Ida's chest, making Ida fall onto the ground. Deku says, stand down, and no, Deku doesn't say stand down. Deku says, calm down before I have to actually put my hands on you. And Deku pretty much jumps off of Ida, pretty much making some, sound, making like a, disturbance in the air, like how Superman jumps in the air, like how Superman jumps off and just starts to fly. That's basically what Deku does to Ida's chest when he jumps off of it. Deku takes the bomb as it's in the air, and he wins. So Deku and Ochaku win, villains lose, and Heal Team wins. So Deku gets a pretty good MVP, and a lot of girls actually do kind of. Let me fall for Deku just a little bit because Deku took out the battle pretty quickly and also didn't want to hurt a lot of people doing the battle. So Deku pretty much was walking around, but still wanted to find out if Jiro or any other girls that were next to Jiro were betas or werewolves. So basically, Deku watched their fight, and their fight went pretty quickly. Deku was confused at some point. Deku pretty much called his parents or asked his parents about how I saw a werewolf with a quirk, and I don't understand. Pretty much a beta with a quirk, and basically they explained that normally quirk users that merge with or breed with werewolves, half the time the werewolf gene is actually disabled or cured in the child's, pretty much body, making them able to transform into a werewolf, but they had to get bit. So basically, Deku says so she has to get bit to transform into her full state. Basically, Deku finding out that Jiro is the werewolf or a couple of the kids. Basically, Deku doesn't know for sure if Jiro's the beta or if Mina and Momo was the beta because they were the people sitting next to Jiro. So basically, Deku says so. In some cases, people that betas that merge or breed with or have kids with quirk users. Some of the times the quirk disables the werewolf gene. Basically, they say yes, but it could be triggered by a very tragic event, like being near death or even being tortured. So basically, Deku says so she has to be tortured to get a werewolf gene. Basically, Deku's parents say don't pressure her. She's lived for her whole life not being a werewolf, and it's done great wonders for her. Plus, to become a werewolf without being trained is very bad. And us Omegas, when we turn people, it's no guarantee that they'll transform into a scavenger because scavengers normally come by the project of a beta turning a psychologically unfit person or mentally unfit person. So basically, Deku says okay, and Deku just gives up on the whole entire Jiro, Mina, and Momo supposedly being what was it werewolves or betas. Now, basically, Deku pretty much sees that, you know, looks into all of their histories or like searches all of them up, and they see, and Deku pretty much, says the Momoya Yorozu name at home, and basically his parents go, where did you get that name? He said it was at my school, and basically they explained that one of the people in Momoya Yorozu's family or clan, or part of a clan in Momoya Yorozu's family, or Momo's family, were actually werewolf hunters and vampire hunters. They stopped hunting after werewolves made an alliance and a pact or like a truce against the families and pretty much moved away promising not to let any of their werewolf brethren kill another citizen of their, town or their, village. So that's what happened for the next 1,000 years or 100 years, and that's a skip to the present time when Deku's hearing all this, pretty much saying that Momo's family was vampire hunters and werewolf hunters. Basically, Deku's family says yes, but they're not really a big threat anymore because we made a truce, and that truce was never broken at any point in time. So, Deku, just brushes it off, and I'm gonna end it here, guys. So, it's been about 10 minutes, but, like, let's be real, I have no other, minutes to show. But also, guys, after this video, I am gonna be uploading part 3 to What If Deku, part 3 of What If Shazam was in the, what was it? Invincible Universe Part 3 tonight, or maybe next morning, or bright in the morning. So, see you guys later. Bye, and as always, guys, have a blessed day.